It's the final week of the NFL regular season as the Seattle Seahawks look to end the season on a high note, taking on the division rival LA Rams. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us as we'll give you our extensive game preview with our looks at the injury report, keys to victory, and my prediction coming up in just a matter of moments. Seattle favored by 6.5. The over-under set at 38.5. The Rams already have won the division title, and they are expected to sit a good portion of their starters, if not all of them. Seattle going with everybody, a last hoorah of sorts for this crew to end the 2024 campaign. We will break that down for you, what we expect from this matchup in just a matter of moments. Before we do, if you're ready for Seahawks game day, spam S in the comments section. I need to see at least 300 S's if you're excited to cheer on the Hawks one last time here in 2024 through 2025. Get those S's in the comments section. We'll get started with today's show. Let's begin with the injury report for Seattle. And this is as of this recording on Thursday. The injury report, a little bit lengthy for the Hawks, which includes Laken Tomlinson with the ankle injury. He's questionable. Abraham Lucas with an abdomen issue. He is questionable. Ernest Jones IV with a knee injury is also questionable. Byron Murphy with a back injury. He is questionable. Brady Russell with a foot injury. He is questionable. And then Josh Jobe at the corner position with a knee injury. He is questionable. And we mentioned with the Rams that it's not going to be everybody involved in this game anyway, but there's a couple players in the injury report for them as well, which include Rob Havenstein, the shoulder issue with him at the offensive tackle spot. He is out. And then Jordan Whittington at the wide receiver position with an ankle injury. He is questionable for Sunday. So what's it going to take to beat the LA Rams? Well, let's start with the quarterback position. Geno Smith, he will get the start this week. It will not be Sam Howell. We're not expecting to see Sam Howell play, barring something changing at the last minute or if there's an injury of something to Geno. But with that said, accuracy is going to be a big key for Geno. He's got about 2 million reasons to be extra precise this week. If he continues on his current number at his completion percentage, and even if it falls down a hair less, then he will secure a $2 million bonus. If he gets the 10th win of the season, then that would get him another $2 million. He has the chance to earn up to $6 million in potential extra money based on how this performance goes against the LA Rams. So although the Hawks don't have anything to play for when it comes to the postseason, getting that 10th win and doing a couple of these things will be huge for Geno Smith to potentially cash in on those bonuses. So far this season, we've seen Geno with the best completion percentage of his career, 70.2% with over 4,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. But the big issue with Geno has been the turnovers, specifically what we've seen in the red zone, as he's had a big problem of throwing interceptions in the red zone throughout the year. Hopefully that is not the case this week. Who do you got? You going with the Hawks or you going with the Rams? Type C for Seattle, type LAR for the Los Angeles Rams. Get your predictions in the comments section. Who you think is going to win this week, and let us know. I'll give you my prediction coming up later on. Today's show is sponsored by our friends at Tushy, the modern bidet that you need to get your hands on, folks. At what point do we decide stashing a wet, dirty plunger in a plastic bag is not okay? For me, that was this January. Since switching to the Tushy bidet, I've cut my toilet paper use by 80% and haven't clogged the toilet since. And I got to tell you, I'm very satisfied with that. Saving on toilet paper, and my butt feels better in the process too. So you better believe me that Tushy is the way to go. Tushy is the modern bidet attachment that instantly transforms your bathroom habits and butt health for life. The Tushy bidet easily attaches to your existing toilet without the need for additional plumbing or electricity. People who have made the switch to Tushy use up to 80% less toilet paper, no more clogged toilets. Save your money and your ass at the same time. Every Hello Tushy bidet comes with an 30-day hassle-free return and a 12-month warranty. Instantly improve your health from the bottom up for a limited time. Our listeners get 10% off their first bidet order when you use code CHAT at checkout. That's 10% off your first bidet order at hellotushy.com with promo code CHAT. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Tushy, proud partner of Seattle Seahawks Today. Up next, let's talk Zach Charbonnet. It is Zach Charbonnet time with Kenneth Walker done for the year. Here's a chance for the second-year running back out of UCLA to really shine and show what he's made of. And you think about, there's been much discussion this week in Seattle about the future at the running back position, whether Zach Charbonnet should be the RB1 of the future. Will Seattle bring back Kenneth Walker? We'll talk about that, I'm sure, a lot over the coming weeks here on this channel. But you look at Charbonnet. We've seen the good. We've seen the bad. We all think back to what he did in that game against the Arizona Cardinals a few weeks ago. But then we're also reminded of what happened against the New England Patriots as well. If you're Zach Charbonnet, and if you want to make the case that you deserve a bigger role in this offense, I know you're facing the second teamers of the LA Rams for the most part, but this is still a big opportunity for him to impress and to stand out, that he should be more involved and make a statement of sorts this week here against LA going forward. Feed DK. DK Metcalf is closing in on 1,000 yards receiving for the season. Obviously, JSN already has reached that milestone. How cool would that be if Seattle could have two 1,000-yard receivers? DK is just over 60 yards from reaching that milestone. Just 61 to be exact, and this would be the fourth time in his career that he would reach 1,000 yards if he just has a nice game this week. I think I want to see DK get there, and you want your money's worth out of DK, right? There's all this talk about DK and his future and a contract extension and how much he's really worth, how much he brings to this Seattle team. I think if he gets 1,000 yards, reaches that mark again, then that makes that decision a lot easier for you on keeping DK and keeping him around for the long term. So who will be Seattle's MVP against the LA Rams? If you had to give me one name, who would it be and why? No wrong answers here. Way in the comments section, let us know who that individual is. We will be live this Sunday. One last hoorah. We'll get the gang all together as we will say sayonara to the 2024 through 25 season with our last watch party of the year for Seahawks and Rams. I'll be here. Big Tex will be here. Hopefully you will be here with us. We'll get going at about 12:25 Pacific time with our hour-long pregame show. We'll react to the game in real time. We'll do our postgame show and all that. 12s, let's end the season on a good note with all of the 12s. I need every single one of you. I don't need to hear any excuses about how this team doesn't have anything to play for and all that. If you're a real 12, you still got to be here no matter what on Sunday for our Seahawks-Rams watch party right here on Seahawks Today. Subscribe now, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Number 4 in our keys to victory, let's talk about Big Cat Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams has been outstanding this season for Seattle, and he's come through in some really big moments. I thought he got snubbed when it came to the Pro Bowl this year. And Big Cat, he has the second most sacks he's ever had in an entire season this season with what he's done with 9 total sacks this year. The Seahawks paid him a lot of money, and he's been worth every penny to it at this point in time. And, you know, I want to see him really just go off and make his presence known. I want to see Mike Macdonald really just unleash with Big Cat and make things difficult on Jimmy Garoppolo, who's getting the start for the LA Rams here. I would love to see Big Cat have a big day there. Last on our list, we got to talk about JSN. The big finish. Shout out PTI for JSN. He has been the best offensive player for this Seahawks team in 2024. He has been outstanding. Over 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. He's been Geno's go-to target. He's been the number 1 receiver on this Seattle Seahawks team. And you hope that JSN can just continue what he started, that he can finish with some great momentum to go out there and really have something to build upon for next year. Already over 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. I want to see more JSN and continue to do his thing and go out with some great football to end 2024. Do you want Seattle to win this week, by the way? I know the chances of, with a loss, of dropping much in the draft aren't very high anyway, due to some of the tiebreaker scenarios not going Seattle's direction. So it doesn't really hurt them too much if they go ahead and win this 10th game. How are you guys feeling about that? Would you rather win this week and stay at 18 for sure, but get that 10th win? Or would you rather lose and potentially be in a situation where if you're on the right end of some tiebreakers, that's a big if though, you potentially fall in the draft, fall a little further? What do you guys feel about this week? Type Y for yes, in for no if you want Seattle to win this week or not. To recap our keys to victory, need an accurate Geno, that way he can get paid. Need Zach Charbonnet to step up and have a big day. Want to see Seattle feed DK Metcalf, get him over 1,000 yards. Big Cat, let's see him eat and do his thing and deliver. And let's get a big finish for JSN to what's been an outstanding season for the second-year receiver from The Ohio State. No excuse to lose this game. I mean, these guys are going for the win. That's clear. With everybody still playing, they want to win this football game. They want to get that 10th win. They want to get Geno his money and all that. I think playing the Rams backups, you have no excuse. I like Seattle 24-13. This should not be close. You should win this one by at least 2 scores. If you're ready for a Seahawks W, spam W in the comments section. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you coming up this Sunday for the Seahawks and Rams right here on Seahawks Today.